Let's turn to education. Hot topic. Academic standards, by the way, are still falling. And an op-ed in the New York Times sounds the alarm on learning loss. It reads, and I'm quoting, "We can only fight learning loss with accountability and action." Former Education Secretary Betsy DeVos joins me now. Madam Secretary, who's to blame for this failing education system?
Well, good morning, Stuart. It's very clear that the teacher unions and the whole cabal that supports the teachers unions have continued to lead the way on keeping kids out of school during COVID and now continuing to pull nonsense day after day. The fact that Secretary Miguel Cardona is doing a back-to-school tour today and invited Randy Weingarten and Becky Pringle, the head of the two major teachers unions, to join him, goes to show that the focus is on adult issues and on politics, not on kids and what they have lost tragically over the last several years.
We understand that Americans generally are losing faith in higher education, the college level, as if a college degree these days is really not worth that much. Where do you stand on this?
Well, that's right. There's a lot of countries, a lot of our competitors in the world have really doubled down on providing options and paying attention to beyond high school opportunities for their students at a much lower level of cost than what a United States higher education. The higher education costs here have been going through the roof, and more and more Americans are losing faith in the opportunity that higher education used to represent, and most, this notion around forgiving student loans, forgiving student debt, only serves to fuel that flame of increasing costs, no accountability on the higher ed institutions' part for the quality of the product they're providing.
I remember when you were Education Secretary in the Trump administration, the left would scream at you. They'd shout abuse right at you. Do you feel vindicated?
Well, this has been my passion to provide opportunities for kids for 35 years. What I'm pleased to see today is that American families have awakened to what we have known to be the case for decades. The system, the government-run education system for K-12 kids has failed millions and millions of them, and families have finally awakened to that, and parents are finding their voices. That is really important. Republican governors are leading the way on supporting policies to empower parents and put the control for education back in their hands to make the best decision for their children. Frankly, that's the only way we're going to find our way out of the tragic learning losses that we've experienced these last several years, and the trajectory we've been on for many years, is empowering parents to make the decisions through education freedom.
We have several candidates who have qualified for the second Republican debate. As of now, Christie, DeSantis, Haley, Pence, Ramaswamy, and Senator Scott. They have qualified for the second debate. In your opinion, which of these candidates is strongest on education from your point of view?
Well, all of them have said the right things at a high level around education, starting with empowering parents to make the decisions for their children. What I hope we'll see at the next debate is much more focus on actual solutions. What are they going to do as president that would empower families, that would empower kids to have the best chance at a future? And they have to get a lot more granular. This topic, I think, is one that needs to be front and center. This really does, education represents the future for our country. If we aren't preparing the rising generations to take on leadership, we are failed as a country. And we have seen the failure perpetuated in the government-run K-12 system. Let's get more granular on what their solutions are.
School choice should surely be front and center for next year's election. Amongst all these candidates, school choice, is that the key, school choice?
I think at the core, education freedom policies that support the education dollars following the child will bring about the most rapid and significant change in achievement levels and learning experiences for kids that are going to be positive and put them on the right trajectory. Absolutely, I think this is core to the future for education in America. We need to hear more about it from the candidates, and we need to have a whole new laser focus on the importance of education for our nation's future.
Madam Secretary, may I just give a quick programming alert? Don't miss the second Republican debate. It is September the 27th, right here on Fox Business. I'm going to be just one of the 3 moderators. Before you go, Madam Secretary, I understand, though, that you have a problem with current Education Secretary Miguel Cardona. Something about his playlist? I don't get it. What's the story?
Well, as I understand it, he set about on his back to school tour, which most secretaries do in the fall as school opens up again. And the playlist was filled with songs and pieces that have horrible lyrics that parents would not want their kids listening to. And it's a sad representation of how far out of touch this secretary and all of his allies in the teachers' unions and the Biden administration are with where families are today.
Got it. Madam Secretary, Betsy DeVos, thank you very much for being with us this morning. Much appreciated, ma'am.
Thanks so much, Stuart.
Sure thing.